Welcome to Tailgate Legends. This is Eric Tanzi in Boston. Joe, boy, do we have some sports today. So much sports.
Yay, sports.
Happy Halloween, Joe.
Yeah, you too, I guess. I'm still trying to figure out what you are. I thought you were Joe Dirt, and then you put on this smock, and you're now Jose Dirt. Me, I just got back from the moon. I am an astronaut. Last night I was a pharaoh at your lovely distillery, Instill Distilling Company, where we are located today. And we got some pretty cool matchups in college football, but there was a World Series game last night.
Braves coming back, baby.
Yeah,
Going strong. We've called this. Hey, listen. Now they're what, 6-0 in Atlanta?
They sure are. They haven't lost yet. I got broads in Atlanta. At least that's what the kids say. And so far, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but Joe Stradamus is looking like another prediction is going to come to fruition.
That's what happens when you go to the moon in a penis rocket. Looks like the Braves went almost a no-hitter, a combined no-hitter last night, at least through 8 innings. Man, they're on fire.
Yeah, and then Will Smith was getting jiggy with it, and hopefully you guys watched our short little video and tried to figure out how many movie references we had, but our buddy Will Smith was in there. And I just want to address something real quick, and maybe we'll get flagged on YouTube, but the Braves are tomahawk chopping their way all the way, man. I'm telling you, they're going to take it home. Braves in 5, like I said originally. And I like what I'm seeing out of the bullpen. The bullpen. I said it, PETA. Bullpen. It's not the arm barn or whatever the fuck you want to tell me to call it. It's the bullpen. Now, Darby Tanzi, know him? He was on our show, 2 shows ago now? I get confused. And he said tradition. Baseball is a traditional sport. You don't want to change too much. So why would they want to change the name of the bullpen? Are Bulls offended by the bullpen name? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think what's more offending is that you can't have a pitcher that goes more than 5 innings and needs to be replaced. I'm offended by that. I mean, back in my day, you pitched a game, you pitched a fucking ball game. Not 5 innings.
Nolan Ryan would pitch and then break his hand on Robin Ventura's face and get back in there and pitch anymore.
Yeah, you just keep throwing until that elbow doesn't work anymore.
Do you want to win or do you want to look good? It doesn't matter how you do it, right? Whether you have bullpen games like they do now, sabermetrics and all the bullshit in baseball, doesn't really matter as long as it works, right? It's just like, are you a running team? Are you a throwing team? It doesn't matter as long as you get the ball in the end zone. So I don't care how you do it. It's just as long as you do it.
I don't care how you do it as long as you're not running that triple option bullshits.
Well, I ran the triple option in high school. I went to 2 different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You ran a triple option.
I hate it. I just wanted to air it out.
That's how stupid it is.
I was a gunslinger.
But speaking of that, I think this is the first show that we're back from App State. We haven't done a show since we were back from App State.
Is that true? It seems so long ago.
It does seem so long ago. Joe and I got to storm the field. Obviously, that is a bucket list thing to do. If you've never stormed a field, you should do it. Even if your team fucking loses, who cares? Storm the field. You have to try it. It's intense. It's amazing.
I think storming the field should be changed because that sounds offensive to weather.
Sure.
That's pretty much the world we live in today, the sim world that we live in today. But yeah, I mean, Boone is great. Great atmosphere. Everyone who's asked me about it, I tell them the same thing, is it's got a great balance. You have good old boys saying, let's go, Brandon. And then you got some hippie dippies who are definitely smoking weed in the stadium, which I dig that too. So
I thought the coolest part of that game was that we heard let's go, Brandon 30 minutes before the game even started. And I don't think they stopped chanting let's go, Brandon that entire game.
There was also a nice gay couple by us. I think you might remember them. Maybe you're too drunk to remember. But they asked me if I knew who Brandon was. And I wasn't sure if they were sarcastic or not. And I just kind of shrugged and was like, I don't know, but everyone seems to love him.
I don't think they were gay. I think they were just Hispanic brothers who were both really, really drunk.
No, they were absolutely gay, which all the power to them. We don't kink shame, but I'm just saying they were gayer than me.
Jeez. That's hard to do.
It is hard to do.
Speaking of college football, we've got a lot going on today. Miami at Pittsburgh, Texas at Baylor. FSU is at 3 o'clock today. My uncle is in town from Charleston. He's a big Florida State fan, so I will be watching foosball today at 3 o'clock. Probably in a sports bar.
Well, that's nice. I'll be playing music.
With some waitress grinding up on me.
All right, Urban, take it easy.
As my nachos
Now, I got to
drip.
say, I know that your uncle's over here with his Florida Seminoles sweatshirt, but Drinking Bros talked about how this is the saddest Florida State-Clemson game in a long time, maybe ever. And two disappointing teams, obviously. I think Clemson's more disappointing. They had higher expectations going into the year. But I'm more focused on the Big Ten, okay? You have the night game, Ohio State, Penn State. That's a big matchup. And then the big noon, you got Michigan State and Michigan. Do you know who my favorite Michigan alum is? It's not Derek Jeter.
Tom Brady.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., okay? Now listen, another Joe Stradamus prediction here. I'm on a roll, okay? Call me Butter. I said that this is the year Michigan upsets Ohio State. Now, Ohio State is probably going to beat Penn State, and I think Michigan's going to beat Michigan State. And then when they meet a little bit later on down the road, Michigan and Harbaugh will get that monkey off his back and crush Ross's soul. And Michigan will beat Ohio State this year. You heard it here first.
As long as Ross still has a soul.
Maybe Helen Keller and her Night Wolves snatched it from him.
I don't know. We haven't seen him in a while, but we miss the old fella. And I'm sure wherever he's at right now, he is definitely watching that game, probably dropping $50K on a call girl. If you haven't seen that short on Instagram, you gotta
People
go
are like,
see
are they
it.
just redoing the short that they did earlier? Is this what they do today? I mean, what the fuck are we doing?
That is
here?
what we're doing today. We've got a harvest festival that we got to go to. We're sitting here chilling at Insulta Selling Company. I'm eating Chex Mix. I'm eating Party Mix because
So
that's what you do.
professional of you.
That's what you do when you tailgate. Hockey. We've got a lot of hockey going on.
But it's spooky season, Tansy. That's
It
why
is
we're
spooky
dressed up.
season.
And if you're on YouTube, hammer the like button. Leave a little comment and tell us whose costume is better. I think we know whose costume is better. I'm wearing a fucking NASA suit here, let's be honest. And I almost got the orange one, but Jimmy made a good point that would be a little bit too on the nose with Joe Rogan, as much as I love Joe Rogan. But I'm going to do an old-fashioned little radio trick here for you, okay? Mount Rushmore of Halloween candy. What is yours?
You got to go Midnight Milky Way. The
Midnight Milky Way.
Yeah, that's the dark chocolate one.
Okay. There's jokes there to be had, but I'll keep them to myself.
Almond Joy.
Jesus Christ. Keep going.
Is there other ones?
So do you know how many faces are on Mount Rushmore?
Maybe Mounds. Maybe I'll do a Mounds bar. Yeah, but there's no other good Halloween candy.
Right. It's terrible. This is the worst Mount Rushmore I've ever heard.
What is yours? It's probably like fucking gummy bears, gummy worms, Sour Patch Kids.
Nope. No.
Tom Brady dick-shaped jelly beans.
There would be huge jelly beans if that was the case. Listen, speaking
You
of
think
Tom,
he's got a big hog?
of course he's
Really?
6'4" and he's banging Giselle. Of course.
Sure, I guess, probably maybe.
I mean, he tapes it to the side of his leg is how the story goes.
Interesting.
If you don't think Tom Brady has a huge dick, then you're just wrong.
If Tom Brady had a OnlyFans, would you subscribe?
Yes. Without a doubt. But speaking of Tom Brady, since we're talking about him anyway, he was actually on the ESPN2 broadcast with Eli and Peyton Manning, my least favorite people in the whole world.
Yeah, but Eli slung some jokes.
It was great. It was
I'd like to
honestly
see
the
that
whole
party.
thing.
I would like to party with Eli, I think.
Well, sure. It'd make you feel real smart to be around someone like Eli Manning, okay? I mean, he has his dumb Eli Manning face on the whole time. It's just drool coming down, and which is
I fucking
fine, you know.
parties.
But it was pretty cool. It was. Now, I wish they were at a bar drinking, but they were pretty much as candid as it gets, especially Tom
Who
Brady
got
now.
on there that was drunk?
Marshawn Lynch got on there drinking some Henny, dropping F-bombs,
Oh, yeah, I love it.
smoking weed.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan. Big fan of
Entertain
Marshawn
me.
Lynch. He has fun.
Yeah.
He when he was in college at Cal, I think that sounds right. He grabbed the cart, you know, when like a guy breaks his leg and they put him on the cart. Grabbed the cart and started swerving around, almost took two guys out. I mean, he was fun with the Bills and obviously with the Seahawks. He was, you know, the beast mode, and they still didn't run it on the 1 yard line, which I still don't understand, but hey, I'll take it. But I want to get back to so Tom Brady with Peyton Manning and Eli. He's very candid now. He's different, right? The muzzle is off. I've talked about this before. He's not under the Belichick thumb and not doing the Patriot way shit anymore. So he's able to say what he wants. And he may have pissed off some of his former teammates because he said defensive players are dumb. That's why they play defense. Teddy Bruschi didn't like it, but I'm sure that they had a nice laugh about it after. But he did go on to compliment his teammates in Tampa, who does have a great defense and looks like they could repeat this year. And Tom Brady, if he does repeat this year, it'd be the first time that any team has repeated since Tom Brady repeated with the Patriots. So I like the whole thing that they're doing with the Mannings, even though I don't like Peyton and Eli. especially Eli. But it was funny, you know, Tom talked about how he really enjoyed playing with those guys and not so much Eli. And Eli was like, what do you mean, Tom? I love all the games that we play together. And that motherfucker, every time I see him, I just think to myself, how the hell did that guy beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl? And I'm like, oh, well, at least the other guy who beat him's like, oh, no, wait, that's fucking Nick Foles, who doesn't even have a job anymore. It's the strangest thing, man. I'll never get over it, but it's college football.
What is your Mount Rushmore of candy? For fuck's
All right,
sakes.
so I do love me a good Carmelo bar.
An Anthony Carmelo bar.
Speaking of candy and Carmelo Anthony, there is a great moment. Kevin Garnett played for my Boston Celtics for a long time, and he was one of the greatest shit talkers, trash talkers of all time. And he got into a little beef with Carmelo Anthony because when he was D'ing him up, he said, your wife's pussy tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. Now, we all know that Carmelo Anthony's wife is Lala. You know Lala. Are you familiar?
No.
Well, looks like Eric Tansey just got a Venmo. Oh, you rich? But anyway, he said that his wife's pussy tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, and
I know what I'm having
like
for
that.
dinner tonight.
That's a
Honey Nut
moment there, Jimmy.
Cheerios.
Come on. There you go. We got to save some of those clips, like those Tanseyisms that we
All
did.
right, so
Oh,
Camelo's.
wait, hold on a second. For people who don't watch Failure to Stop, Tansey developed a new nickname, Transy. Because in his picture for Failure to Stop, and we can pull that up on the YouTubes, I'm sure, he looks like a lesbian. So,
Yeah, but so when they made that, I was a nobody, but now I'm slowly becoming somebody. And so if they want me to redo this contract, I'm putting shit on the table this time. You know what I'm fucking asking for? We got to redo that artwork because I'm tired of looking like a mix between Rosie O'Donnell and Jeremy fucking Renner.
well, you see.
But back then, I couldn't play any cards because I wasn't a card player.
But maybe if you fully transition, you can win Woman of the Year.
That'd make your mom a lesbian.
My mom's I'm a little confused about that. So I do love a good Carmelo bar.
Okay, what's the next?
I'm going to save the controversial one for last.
Okay.
I love Gummy Lifesavers.
I knew you'd like something like that. You probably put them around your dick too, don't you? I fucking knew it. You
We
probably
don't
like,
cock
lick the
shame. We don't
thing.
cock shame.
We've
We
all
don't kink
tried
shame.
it. We've all tried it. We've all done it once.
Cock ring?
No, you guys have never done that before? Never done the Gummy, the Lifesaver on the no, that's never happened. Well, I'm embarrassed. I've never done it either.
Well,
I've never done that either.
What I would do is
Read about it once. In
I
a
would
magazine.
lay down with my boner and have the woman get the Gummy Lifesavers and try to like
Ring toss it?
yeah, ring toss. That's the word I was like. Thank you. Yes.
It's like a hula hoop going onto that needle dick.
I am more length than girth, but you know that's a whole different story. And here we are talking about my penis. Where's Chuck Liddell when you need him?
All right, so you got the Gummy the Gummy Lifesaver chewy thing. It's like a real 5-year-old. Next, what's the next one?
You know those little cookie dough balls you get at the movie theater?
What are they?
Cookie dough balls.
Jesus.
Cookie dough bites. Bites is a better word than balls, but
Okay.
either way, they're in my mouth. And the last one,
Okay.
Three Musketeers.
Ew.
I knew you wouldn't like that answer. Your uncle likes it, but Three Musketeers, baby.
Why is that controversial?
Because I feel like it gets shit on. I feel like Three Musketeers gets shit on big time. I've heard a lot of people be like, it's just fucking nougat. It's just fucking sticks falling off your table. It's just fucking chocolate. And I'm like, yeah, that's all I want. I don't like things with nuts, believe it or not.
You just want Three Musketeers in your mouth.
Ah,
That's what you want.
you look like you're from the Three Amigos.
Before we jump over to hockey, let's stay on football. What do we have for the NFL this week?
Well, Yashay, we have DraftKings back for this week. So I would love to talk about how awesome DraftKings is. And I'm over here making my DraftKings lineup. I was struggling, though. I'm not going to lie. And, you know, I want to try to do this more with DraftKings and have a little DraftKings lineup of the week. So I'm over here trying to make my lineup here. What I really want to do, though, is get Joe Burrow, who's on fire, and Jamar Chase, who's also on fire, and stack them up this year. They're kind of expensive. But I would go into it. They're playing the lowly Jets, the New York Jets. So the Bengals, they're looking like a real football team nowadays as I sort of unleash some of my chest hair here. If you're watching on YouTube,
disgusting.
hammer that like button, okay?
That is disgusting.
I just became Burt Reynolds in Boogie Nights.
You became something.
Have you ever seen Boogie Nights?
Yeah.
I want to be
That's
a
where
big
you get
star.
to see, is it Matt Damon? No.
Marky Mark. You're getting your
Mark.
Boston
Yeah,
douchebags confused.
Marky Mark's got a... You think that's a real dick shot?
Oh, that's definitely his dick. Yeah.
What?
No, you fucking idiot.
There's no way that's real.
Of course not.
If that thing got hard, you'd fucking pass out. Where would all the blood be? Be all in your dick. You'd just faint. Like,
Anyway.
oh, look, she's topless.
You had a nice boogie night last
She's
night.
like, ooh, let me
didn't
play.
you?
Like, look at that girl in the bikini. Passing out everywhere. Oh, our waitress. You walk into Hooters. Just passing out all over the fucking place.
Wait, why are you doing
Oh,
this?
his dick's hard.
Why are you doing this again?
I don't know. I just like to think about him passing out from blood loss due to a huge erection.
No, I had a boogie nights thought, and now I just completely
Yeah,
lost it after
we all
that.
had a boogie nights thought just now. I'm
completely
still thinking
lost
about
it
it
after that.
I'm still thinking about it. I've never stopped. I never stopped thinking about boogie nights.
Well, you had a boogie night last night.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember the rest of that movie.
Well, that was at the end.
I
so.
know that's the only part I remember. That whole movie.
Do you like when William H. Macy finds his wife getting fucked by everyone in the neighborhood and kills himself in front of everyone? That was pretty cool. After he shoots her and her lover.
Don't even remember.
It's my favorite part. I'm just kidding. That's an awful part. Get cucked, William H. Macy.
My favorite part is when he took her on a long distance road trip in his van, and then he left her and he went back to Florida. Is that not the same movie?
He's alive, by the way.
Too soon.
No, I'm convinced he's alive. By the way, what are your thoughts on that?
No, he's dead.
So
I heard an interesting theory last night, though. What if the parents killed him? I mean, they knew where the body was.
let the bodies hit the floor. That's Jimmy's favorite part. You know that's killed, right?
Yeah.
So back to my DraftKings lineup of the week here. Again, I want Joe Burrow against the Jets, Jamar Chase against the Jets. Double up on those points. I like my boy, NC State Wolfpack, Naheem Hines. They're going against the Tennessee Titans, and last time the Colts played the Titans, we were there live in Nashville. Now, also, in Denver, you got Melvin Gordon, but you also have Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams seems to be getting a couple more carries every week. I like him this week, too, against the Washington defense that was supposed to be stacked this year and is looking not so stacked. One of the worst defenses in the league. But speaking of defenses, I was stuck after the rest of my lineup with not a lot of money left. So I'm going to go and take a flyer and take the Eagles defense against Detroit. Now, Jared Goff is probably going to have a bounce-back game after the terrible outing that they had against the Rams. I mean, Dan Campbell was trying everything. I don't know if you caught any of that game. They went for the onside kick. They were going for 2. They were going for it on 4th down, fake punts. They were kitchen sink, trying to do everything they could. I also love in the Denver-Washington game, Cortland all of a sudden. He doesn't know who that is, but I do. Cortland Sutton. He's a great wide receiver. I like Teddy Bridgewater. He gets a lot of shit, but sign me up. I also like Dallas Goedert because, again, Detroit, they stink. So anyone that you can get against Detroit, and the Eagles just moved on from their tight end, Zach Ertz. He's now playing with the Cardinals. Dallas Goedert is the go-to guy in Philly. Another NC State alum, Jacoby Myers, on my team, the New England Patriots. They're going up against the Chargers. I like Jacoby Myers in that. And to close it all out, I got Mr. Anti-Vaxxer himself, Cole Beasley, who said earlier this year and got a lot of flack that players shouldn't be forced to get vaccinated. Now, Kyrie Irving's having some trouble with that. I don't know if you caught this. Kyrie Irving does not want to get vaccinated.
Right.
He's not allowed to play because he didn't get vaccinated. Now, there was a protest. They, stormed the Barclays Center.
Right.
In honor of Kyrie Irving. Now, he's conflicting in my head because I've, on this show, called Kyrie Irving a cunt because he certainly is. And he's a race baiter, and I think he's just an asshole. But I got to call a spade a spade. I agree with him here. I think the mandate shit is bullshit. But it's going to get sort of testy in the NBA if these, a lot of these players are still sort of speaking up and not talking about wanting to get vaccinated. But Kyrie Irving, it's kind of funny because now the right is rallying around Kyrie Irving, yeah, that's our guy. When
that's what I'm saying. It's
full of shit.
I've always lived by the drinking bros mantra: is all politicians are cunts, and you can't really rival around one or the other. It's not a fucking football team, right? If you're a football fan, a baseball fan, a basketball fan, and you have a shitty quarterback, you should have no problem saying we have a shitty quarterback. We need to get rid of the quarterback and get us a new one. But if it comes to politics and you have a shitty quarterback, you're like, oh no, he's perfect, he's great. He threw 6 interceptions in the last 15 passes. He's fucking fine. He's perfect. Let him go. Listen, it's Halloween. I want to play a game with you.
Okay.
It's called Trick or Treats.
Okay.
Pick trick or treat.
Treat.
Treat. You get to hear me do your ad read. The trick is you have to do my ad read.
Oh.
Switching it up for the day.
Oh.
A little trick or treat, a little woo.
So what if I said trick? You would have done the same thing.
Would have done the same exact thing. Yeah, that's the trick or the treat. Listen, if you're listening to the show still, please head over to Drinking Bros Sports on iTunes. Give us a 5-star review. Leave us a rating and a review. Give us the old 5-star and leave a comment because we're going to read the comments on next show. Going forward, we're always going to read the comments. Also, go to our social media on Instagram and Facebook, Drinking Bros Sports. Leave us a recipe. DM us a recipe or post a picture of a recipe, whatever it is. But we want to start cooking some of these tailgate treats going into the later on in the season. It's nice and chilly outside. We got some really great games. We want to start incorporating some really good cuisine in here and get back to our original roots of tailgating. We haven't had food at a tailgate in a hot second. So, Boston butts. You got to live your life full of flavor. Joe, I know you're all about flavor and the flavors in life. And that's why you're still single. Because you like to try all the flavors in this world.
Variety is the spice of life, is what I say. On my ad read that you took from me, you fucking asshole. You better do it better than I can.
You're like the United Nations of lovers.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. I like that.
By the way, before we get into this, did you score last night dressed as Moses? And how awkward was that?
You know, I was a pharaoh. And he goes, oh, look, it's Moses. No. Those two had beef. Okay, Moses and Pharaoh had beef. I thought you was some Bible.
Hey, listen. You know what? You know what Moses and Brian Laundrie have in common? They both murdered someone.
Who did Moses murder?
He murdered a slave driver.
What?
Yeah,
I don't remember that part of the Bible.
Whipped him to death, right? Whipped him to death. Yeah, that's why he went into exile.
You know, when Moses saw the burning bush, I think he called it Cush.
Could have, but he may well could have. But listen, life is full of flavor. Variety is the spice of life. Killcliff, baby. We're talking about Killcliff. Developed by a U.S. Navy SEAL to give you the benefits you need without sacrificing flavor. Overcome any obstacle with Killcliff CBD recovery drinks. Their products help you operate at your best because they know in life there are no off days. And quitting
days off
is never an option. Listen, the new Flaming Joe CBD is now their most popular flavor across their drinks. Right now, Killcliff is offering our listeners 20% off Killcliff CBD. You can choose from the following flavors. Flaming Joe's favorites. Flamin' Joe, Flamin' Joe.
I want you to do it by yourself. Acapella style.
I gotta save my voice for later. Tango, the Orange Crush.
That's Kush, baby.
Yeah, but they spelled it wrong on the ad read.
Please read verbatim.
And Tom Brady's favorite, the GOAT.
The GOAT, baby.
The GOAT. Let's go. Strawberry Days. But get the variety pack. That's what you need. That's what I always get is that variety pack. And that way you're waking up to something new every single day. Shock those taste buds. Right now, promo code Drinkin' Bros will get you 20% off. That is right. Go to killcliff.com and use the promo code DRINKIN Bros to get 20% off all drinks and apparel. I'm going to be honest with you. Doing this ad read for the first time is really difficult, especially drinking all that Flaming Joe.
I think just reading for you is difficult.
It is.
And sometimes even just speaking for you can be difficult, Eric Tansey.
I had a little bit too much Ignite this morning. You got to check out the Flaming Joe Ignite. Clean energy drinks with killer taste, all natural, freedom needed to conquer life, baby. Jam-packed with all the hydration benefits your body deserves. No sugar, 20 calories per can, B vitamins, electrolytes, naturally flavored. Go to killcliff.com. That's KILLCLIFF.com. Use that promo code Drink Bros and take advantage of this 20% offer right now. How do you think I did on that? Scale of 1 to 10.
-4.
Scale of -1
to 10.
Well, let's see how you do. I'm gonna throw this right over to you.
You want to see how I do?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't have a taste bed like you said in your ad read. I have taste buds. But I do have a Ghostbed ad read to do right here. And it is spooky season. So what better time than spooky season to talk about a ghost bed? Now, this is going to be my first time, too, doing the Ghostbed read. But as all the Drinkin' Bros know, Ghostbed's a loyal sponsor, and it has been for a long time. You know, every Drinkin' Bros show that you listen to, you hear Ghostbed. Now, also, when you're watching on YouTube and you hammer that like button, you get a Ghostbed ad from the actual company before you actually watch your favorite Drinkin' Bros show, whether it be Softcore History or Iconoblast or Tailgate Legends, baby. So, now listen, we love Ghostbed. Everyone loves Ghostbed. In fact, Tansy didn't get a lot of sleeping last night, but he did tell me about this weird fever dream he had of an orgy on a Ghostbed. And he woke up, and Ashley had a lot of cleaning up to do. Now, listen, they've been a loyal sponsor for the Drinkin' Bros for over 5 years, okay? Everyone raves about them. We all know how comfortable they are. They last forever. They're great. And the best part about it is they're made in the good old USA. USA. That's how you do it, Mike the Cop. Come on, get with it. Which, by the way, Mike the Cop totally sat that out. I don't know if you were paying attention to that.
I fucking gave up, man. Quitter's going to quit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, our favorite part about the Ghost Bed mattress is the cooling technology. So you can stay cool while staying hard, like Eric Tansy says. That's my Tansy impression, by the way.
Great.
Ghostbed also offers bundles, so you can get everything you need. You don't really have to think. You can just be like, boom, bundle me up. I'm all bundled up in my spacesuit right now.
Bundle me up, buttercup.
Jesus Christ. Just choose from their 4 mattresses. Pick your bundle after I beat the shit out of Tandy's bundle. So whether you just need a mattress or a frame or you want it all, I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. Yeah. So, little side note. Freddie Mercury sings that song, by the way. I really wanted to be Freddie Mercury in full-on drag in the I Wanna Break Free music video this year, but I chickened out. But I know someone who does dress in drag, and that's Transy right here. But listen, right now, Ghostbed is offering a flash sale. I don't know how they do it, but they are. Again, 40% off Ghostbed bundles, mattresses, adjustable bases, everything. Listen, I'm all about that bass, no trouble, okay? There was a lot of bass bouncing around and then still last night, okay?
There was a lot of bass.
There was some bass. And I'm about that bass, no treble, okay? Listen, right now, Ghostbed is offering the flash sale. I said that, 40% off. Or you can use the promo code Drinkin' Bros at ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros, and you get 30% off everything. So you can buy a mattress for like, I don't know, $35 a month, $0 down, 0% financing, even if you have Last Row Lopez credit. Sorry, Last Row Lopez, I love you. But listen, we know it by now. You've heard it a million times. I'll tell you 1,000,001. Ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros. I did that better than you.
We'll let the fans decide. Go on Instagram and post who did the ad reads better. Boston Jeremy. Listen, hockey season is here. It's here, baby.
Yes,
Tis the season. Last time we went to a hockey game, we got kicked out. Mass violation. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes for
hooking.
For
you're a hooker. You are a hooker in rugby, though, right?
I am a hooker in rugby. Do they have hookers?
You're a hooker on the streets too. And there is
a freak in the sheets.
There is no amount of money out there in the world. You'd have to give me Jeff Bezos money to sign up for this hooker right here, Eric Tansy. In your days of police work, who is your favorite hooker? What was her name?
Her name was Tarsha. She had a twin. Her name was Karsha. Karsha and Tarsha. Tarsha died.
And we're doxing them right now, which is okay because they're women of the streets. So
Tarsha died of AIDS. I'm sure that's a HIPAA violation of some sorts.
No, ask Fauci.
But they put up a memorial right there in the hood. They put a nice little memorial, the posters, fucking drop off your sneakers, because that's what you do at a memorial, baby. You see your dead friend's poster board, and you drop your fucking sneakers in front of it, light a couple of Mexican candles, fucking throw some fake flowers from the Dollar Tree on there, steal a vase out of the neighbor's house and use it on there, whatever you want, but you smoke some crack in front of it, rest in pieces. And you know what I did? I said that poster would look great on our gym wall in the precinct, and I went and I fucking took it.
I stopped listening a while ago.
No. Wow. I did take the poster. But anyway, you said my favorite hooker. My first time I ever caught her, I was a rookie, and I was riding along with somebody, and we pulled the car over, and it was a stolen car. And so they were dealing with the guy that was in the driver's seat. They had him like down on the ground and everything. And so I stepped the girl out because I didn't know what to do. So I was like, ma'am, come on out of the car. And I get her back out of the car, and she comes in. I have her sitting on the curb, and I'm trying to be proactive, and I don't know what to do. And they're all wrestling with some dude on the ground over the stolen car. And I said, man, why don't you get up? I'm going to pet you down really quick. So she gets up, and I pat her down, and I feel something in her pocket, and I put my 2 fingers into her back pocket, and I feel something slimy, and I go, what is this? And I don't have any gloves on. And she goes, what? And I pull out a hot dog, an unwrapped, slimy hot dog. And she says, oh, that's breakfast. Oh, that's breakfast. And I was like, oh, that's disgusting. So then I said, how do you know this man? And like, what were you doing in a stolen car? She goes, oh, that car's stolen? I didn't know that car was stolen. I was just in there sucking dick. That's the first time I've ever met her.
Wow. I mean,
that's my favorite hooker.
That's a tough act to follow, you know. But
you asked who my favorite hooker is. She's my all-time favorite hooker.
So I ask these questions, and sometimes once you get going, I forget, like, why the fuck did I ask this? Because I know where this is going. It's going on a tansy tale.
Kiera Gray was my second favorite. And one time I pulled her pocket out, and a whole bunch of fleas and flies came out. And I tried to arrest her, and then she went like septic, like going towards the hospital. She got like really sick, and her stomach was having a really bad pains. And come to find out later on, she had a. Did I say her first and last name?
Yeah.
I'm not going to continue that story then. I should probably not.
Maybe we can sort of on that one real quick. But listen, we have another loyal sponsor.
Okay.
And I gave you guys my DraftKings sort of lineup for the NFL. But guess what? Not only is hockey back, the bouncing ball is back too. The NBA is back. And at DraftKings Sportsbook, an authorized sports betting partner of the NBA, key to victory is strong starting 5, of course. Do you know that there's 5 guys on each team on the basketball court? Are you aware of this? No. Tansy's not. He's not a big NBA guy. LeBron James, never heard of her. But new customers can bet just $5 on any NBA team to win their game. And if they do, you win $200 in free bets. That's a no-brainer. You got to do it right now. So why not make your roster, all the winners that there are. A bunch of LeBron Jameses, never heard of her. Now listen, DraftKings Sportsbook customers also get their skin in the game. Some new game parlays, which we know Delco Dan is a degenerate gambler, but he makes some good money off his parlays. And if you ever need advice, I think he might be the guy to go to. So if you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now, use the promo code BROS, all caps, BROS. Just bet $5 on any NBA game to win, and $200 in free bets. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Even Eric Tansey can figure that out. And if they win, you win. Use the promo code BROS this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Now, I mentioned that our buddy Delco Dan is a degenerate gambler, and that's okay, because if you are too, we got the guys for you, okay? You call 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a problem. But listen, you must be 21 years or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only, new customers only, minimum $5 deposit, and $1 wager required, 1 per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Again, that's DraftKings.com, promo code BROS. Eric Tansey.
All right, give me this back.
All right, looks like we're, what the puck is going on here? Looks like we're getting... Looks like we got
We're
getting in the penalty box tonight.
Whoa, let me give you a microphone. Hang on, baby.
Let's go.
We got Zach from What the Puck
We
podcast.
got a Caniac Cane.
You probably worked for the Canes at some point in life and worked all around the place.
Most definitely. I've worked. God, where the heck have I not worked?
You've never gotten out of sports, have you?
No. I went from. My dad was a high school football coach. I grew up on the football field. I ended up playing in college. Go Westminster College. They're playing.
Don't they have a dog show?
Hey, were you defense?
I was offense. I was a tight
I
end.
thought so because you seem a little bit smarter than a defender.
You don't have a tight end. I saw you.
I was also a punter, so I could use it to kick you.
Punter?
You
I
were a
hardly know
punter?
her.
Yep.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I still hold the record at Holly Springs High School for longest punt.
Do you know what rhymes with punt?
Holly Springs has a football team?
Bunt. Bunt rhymes with punt. What were you thinking?
I don't know. My Australian brain was trying to
There it
Little
is.
Freudian slip
Some
there.
shrimp on the barbie, right?
Little Freudian slip.
Yeah.
But you're all things Carolina hockey. What's going on in the hockey world today, brother?
A lot. A lot is going on.
Well, the Canes
man.
just beat my Bruins, which doesn't happen
Whoa,
in the postseason.
Whoa, hold on. Wait. We didn't beat y'all. We smoked y'all. We was 3-0. So shut up.
Oh, jeez. He's serious about hockey. He's really serious about
Yeah,
this.
no, that's fine. The Canes beat the Bruins in the regular season all the time, but how do they fare in the playoffs?
And how did the Bruins fare treating their starting goalies?
Better than the Chicago Blackhawks.
True.
Because there is.
Hey,
True,
listen,
true.
I'm anti vaccine mandate, but I'm also anti-sodomy.
I'm anti-rape.
Yeah.
I'm a big anti-rape
I don't know
guy.
if you know this about me, but I'm like Dan Holloway. I'm pretty anti-rape. So
Allegedly.
just let me throw that out there, folks.
Are you mad though that what's his name? Not John. I always want to call him John Travolta. It's not. Who's the guy who just killed someone?
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin. Are you mad that he got a stateside before you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm jealous. That's for sure.
Maybe you need to catch up to Alec Baldwin, which, by the way, that was no accident. That's my conspiracy. But
Man,
back to hockey.
That armor girl, damn, she was hot.
Yeah, well, rest in power. Rest in power.
Yeah.
Gone but never forgotten.
No,
Now,
she's still here.
oh, the armor girl. Oh, I thought you were saying the girl that got shot
No,
and
no,
killed.
the armor girl.
Oh.
I can't remember her name for the life of me.
Think
but
she still has a job?
probably not.
She probably shouldn't.
She's younger than me. She's 24.
Damn. So what's going on with the Canes right now?
Canes are currently undefeated. They're 7-0, beating the crap out of everybody in the Eastern.
Is that a record for them? Have they ever gone 7-0?
It is the best start to a hockey season the franchise has ever had. That's going all the way back to the Hartford days.
The Hartford Whalers. Is the Zamboni driver still the goalie? Disney movie in the works right there.
It's got to be. That was one of the.
No, it
you guys
is.
were actually
It
doing a live podcast.
It legit is a Disney movie. It's going to be made into a Disney movie.
You guys were here doing a live show that night that happened.
When I had another podcast called Revolution Rampage, we had a live show here. It was a great time. I maybe had too few many drinks because you were just handing me them, but it was a fun night. And we had probably the most weird hockey game ever when a Zamboni driver comes into the game and actually gets a win. And that I will never have
Only in hockey. Only in hockey.
It literally is the only way that could ever happen.
How many games have you been to this year?
This year, I've been to one, and I will be my second one tomorrow, and I will be wearing this wonderful stuff in front of me.
Whose helmet is that? Tell us a story about this helmet.
There are certain things I will omit from this story for legal reasons, but when I worked at PNC Arena,
You stole it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You fucking stole that helmet.
When I worked at PNC, there's a bunch of helmets that we have to use to work on the ice, and one night I accidentally took this one home and just never took it back.
And whose helmet was it?
Which Stahl brother did this belong to?
Allegedly, I'm not 100% sure if it actually was his or not because it was just in a basket with a bunch of them. But if I'm correct, it was Noah Hannafin's.
Oh.
If I'm correct, but not 100% sure, can't verify it.
I put this helmet on. All I want to do is ask if you've seen my baseball. That's a something about Mary reference. But
Sorry, you have to go to the Arm Barn to figure that out.
there it is. PETA stands for people eating tasty animals. But listen,
Did you see what the Durham Bulls posted about that?
I didn't.
On Twitter, they literally took a picture of their bullpen and put a barn, like they photoshopped a barn on top of it. Like, oh my God.
Witty.
It is witty, but I'm like, God, why are sports teams such trolls now?
Well, the world is one big troll, and listen. I'll talk about the X's and O's of hockey, but I can't not talk about this Blackhawks thing. I mean, it's pretty wild if you ask me.
It is literally the biggest story in hockey.
Joel Quenneville lost his job. I mean, Scotty Bowman's kid's in big trouble. They want to etch names off the Stanley Cup.
The owner of the Blackhawks actually said he wants his name off the cup.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad scandal. And the guy who...
Can we go through the whole scandal? Can you just tell us exactly what happened?
So basically there was, and you might know more about this than me, but basically there was a minor league hockey player with the Blackhawks organization. Mm-hmm. And he was, I believe, 17 at the time? He was underage. And
he was about 17, 18 years old. He literally got drafted the year before, so he was still a rookie. His name, since he put it out everywhere, like everyone knows his name out, his name was Kyle Beach.
That's college. And now, was it the trainer or what?
It was the video coach.
The video coach.
Which makes it even worse.
Yeah, that's like a Jared from Subway type thing there. So he molested this kid, and
But you're not a kid. You're a fucking hockey player.
see, that's the slippery
go
slope.
read
Not
the
really,
report. Like, just go read the report. Like, it's free.
Is it really bad? Well, I mean, give me a fucking rundown.
but yeah. Would you like to reenact it on me? So for the people,
Show me on
Oh,
Joe where Mr. Beach got molested.
yeah, show on the doll. I'm just kidding. Listen, we're not making light of this.
I'm pretty sure there are many
No,
words
I mean,
to
I really
describe
want to
each doll.
know
It's
is
not
like
one of them.
is you've got a grown hockey player. It's about to be a professional hockey player. How does a professional hockey player get molested?
They get pressured. Like, literally, the guy said that if you don't do this, you will never play for this team. And the Blackhawks
But, like, I don't
were a
understand
great
is
team
because
at
like
the
if
time.
somebody said right now like you'll never sell another bottle of rum if you don't take it in the ass right now, I'll be like, fuck it, I'm not selling any more rum.
Well, here's the
Or
thing.
maybe I will
Here's
because
the
I
thing.
want money.
Here's the
But
thing,
like,
though, when you were 17, 18 years old, getting into and we're trying to get into the National Hockey League, where you could make millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, what would you think? Like, if I was a 17, 18-year-old kid, I'm
I
like,
still
shit.
think. I mean,
it's
like I don't know.
either
Do you have
this
like
or
the
I lose a ton
like,
of money?
I don't know. My parents taught me that like money isn't everything, and you never relax on your morals. And
That's
your
why you don't have
principles.
any, right?
Right. Exactly.
That's why I
But,
don't either. So it's okay.
But I just think that's wild. That
it is, but you got to think of it like
that
this.
if it can happen there, obviously it can happen anywhere. I mean, if a hockey player at 19 years old can get fucking molested,
Yeah, it's more of a power
where
thing.
do I stand in this life?
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge pussy. That means anybody can just run me over at any moment.
You say that, but at the same time, like, and I don't know much
Don't
about
look at
this.
me like that.
I don't know much about this guy, and like you kind of compare it to yourself. But yeah, maybe that wouldn't happen to you, but you're a different person, right?
I guess.
This kid, who knows what the background he comes from? Like, I don't know. I feel for the dude, and
Sure.
I don't want to be like, oh, you're a big, strong hockey player. Why couldn't you like fuck that, man? You don't know what
No,
really happens.
I
and-
think it's shocking that can happen
Of
even
course.
at that level.
Yeah.
And
No,
the
it
thing
is.
that sucks is after this whole thing happened, so he technically wasn't even on the roster that year, and the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup that year. So he's not even on the Stanley Cup. And then
Damn
for
it.
years after that, he never made the roster. He never played in the NHL. He was always in the AHL or a minor league team. He's playing in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Now is that maybe the reason why he was molested? Do you think it's like, hey man, like I fucking sucked your dick and I expected to go to the
But
top
the
here,
biggest
and
problem
it didn't work out, so now I'm coming out or no? I didn't read the report, so I don't know.
The biggest thing that sucks for me, like thinking about the whole situation, is like this guy was drafted in the first round. Like people expected so much out of him.
Out of Beach.
Kyle Beach, is his name.
So he did get drafted.
Yeah, he got drafted in the first round by the Chicago. It's like 12th overall or something like that. So it was really high up in the draft. People had a lot of expectations for him. Then that thing happened right after his rookie year, and he just probably never got over it.
Yeah,
and never
probably fucked
could
him up.
never
Man,
could do
I-
anything.
If you truly are getting molested or you get raped, I would assume that you would carry that.
So
with
I
you
mean,
forever.
like, just imagine how, and people call him literally one of the biggest draft busts in NHL history. I'm like, knowing what we know now, it's really not fair to call him that.
Yeah,
Sure,
and
yeah.
the more you dig into it and the more you hear from these players and these coaches and everyone involved, it's just it's dirty, it sucks, and it's a bad situation because
and this is from Chicago, correct?
yeah.
Yeah, it's from
Yeah,
Chicago.
you can talk
an
about-
original 6 team.
You can talk
You
about
expect more out of them.
your Beetlejuice Chicago
What does she
man.
have to say about it?
I'm sure she's blaming the police. But what I was going to say about it is he actually went to, the coaches and went to people like, hey, like, help. I need help. And he was told winning the Stanley Cup is more important than what you're telling us. And that's awful.
And
that's fucked up.
Man,
The
that's
other thing
terrible.
that sucks is ownership had no clue this happened.
Yeah.
Like the
Allegedly.
general manager, the head coaches allegedly just kept it to themselves. They're like, we want to win the cup. Nothing else matters. They did win the cup, and nothing came of it. The video coach was fired. He was he gave.
Why
he
isn't
was,
he arrested or in jailed? Or,
they covered it up. It's like the Penn State situation.
yeah, that whole
Michigan
Sandusky
State,
thing.
too, who was playing Michigan, Larry Nasser.
It was those
Olympics?
situations.
I mean,
Oh
what is
my
up with these fucking elitists, man? Like, where they get they get a little bit of money in their pockets and they just go fucking nuts or what?
like Dr. Fauci and,
Like
doing experiments
Tiger
on dogs
Woods.
and kids and ruining the world.
Hey, listen, experiment on the dogs all you want. Just don't experiment on the kids.
And I'm sure all the Drinker Bros fans who watch and listen to all the shows, Dan Holloway was talking about this the other day, where Fauci got orphan children and gave them AIDS and like did experiments on them. Fauci's a huge cunt and a huge piece of shit. I think we all know that, but I think America needs to know that anyway. Back to
for
hockey.
me, the evidence is just stacking up. Like, I literally do not see Fauci lasting much longer at all because like it's just bad. Like, if you look at his
this
record
administration
back
is in a complete train wreck not to
if
get
you
off
look,
of it, so they got to have a
If you look back
scapegoat.
at Fauci's record during the AIDS epidemic, like, why was he put in charge of anything?
That's very true. I mean, he took a couple of years off of Magic Johnson's career. But is Magic Johnson the most ironic sports nickname to have for a guy who had AIDS? His Johnson wasn't so magic, was it? Well, maybe it was.
yeah.
You could look at it that way.
I mean, what was the guy's name from the NWA who got AIDS?
Eazy-E.
That's a little ironic.
Shit, that
right
was
there.
my nickname. It's growing up. Easy-E. I don't have AIDS.
That explains a lot.
Allegedly.
Of things.
Allegedly. I don't know. There's no way to know. There's no way to know. There's no way to know.
If anyone's going to give Tansy AIDS, it's going to be Jimmy. Let's be honest
Eric,
here.
we need to
Let's
talk after
be
the
honest
show,
here,
that's
right,
what I tell you.
Transy?
Exit stage right.
Exit stage right. So what you got going on right now in the sports world? So
No, I just provide
pushing
aid.
past the sodomy that occurred at the Blackhawks stadium.
But I mean,
Blackhawks.
if we're just talking like in sports world in general, I mean the NHL. There's a lot going on with like their team. They just got a brand new TV deal.
What do you think about that?
what happened with the Gladiators? I mean the Guardians.
That's baseball, sweetie.
Yeah, that's baseball.
that is baseball.
But there's a
we'll
new
get
team.
to that. We will get to that.
This is Seattle Kraken. That's a pretty badass name, if you ask me.
I like
Yeah,
Kraken.
it matches the town perfectly because there's so much crack.
Pretty good. But yeah, the TV deal hopefully does a lot for hockey. Hockey needs some help.
It should, because not only is it not an exclusive deal, which they got stuck in with NBC, they have a deal now back with ESPN. They're on ESPN for the first time since 2004.
Yeah, wild.
And not only that, they're on TNT.
Yeah,
they're on Turner, and Wayne Gretzky is on their broadcasting.
He stinks
team.
on TV though, and he's got to do something about his hair. It looks like jet
I mean,
black,
you can't get much worse than his coaching career with Arizona.
or his gambling career. You ever
Yeah,
hear
that
about
is
that?
true.
That
That
talk
is
about
true.
cover-ups. Wayne Gretzky was involved like in a gambling ring, and everyone involved got in trouble except for him.
Oh, shocker. It sounds like that happened in the NBA at some point, right?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe was there like a Michael Jordan
Isn't that weird?
conspiracy about gambling?
All the greatest players of their sports have controversy around them, except for Tom Brady. There's not a single thing that's controversial about
he
Tom
drinks
Brady.
virgin children blood to
He's
stay
perfect.
young. He's a fucking vampire.
perfect human being.
I'm
The
not
greatest living American.
I'm not sure. He did do that really bad cameo in Ted 2.
He threw a perfect spiral, though, didn't he? He's a terrible actor. Great quarterback, though, and a passionate lover.
Listen, I want to ask you, and I don't know what we're allowed to say. Are you allowed to tell us what you do for a living or no?
I am allowed to tell you certain things. Like
Tell us what you
I
can
just
tell
can't
us.
tell you specifically
how much
what
you
we
make?
do, but no. I don't make that much.
Me neither.
But I work for Upper Deck Sports. We make hockey cards and other professional sports cards as well.
What's the hottest card right now?
The hottest card.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
Really?
Pokemon has exploded, but we don't deal with that. That's Konami.
I want to be the very best. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. If you look at the background on my phone, hopefully I don't have any text.
You know
I
what?
do.
You know who else is a big Pokemon fan?
Pokeball.
Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell's a big Pokemon fan. His whole phone case is a Pikachu.
But like
You said
you would
exploded?
not believe.
And he wears a fanny pack.
How
Just saying.
freaking crazy the card market has gone, not only for Pokemon, but for sports cards in general. Holy cow. People went crazy over COVID.
Yeah.
And I mean legit crazy. These
People got
cards
bored.
exploded in price. Like, if you had the original holographic Charizard, you could get a couple grand out of it easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, okay,
I had
so
that too,
as
by the
far as
way.
like, 'cause
There's
you
a,
guys,
there's a Wayne Gretzky rookie card that sold for almost $2 million.
goodness gracious, really? That's like more than a Bitcoin.
There's cards going out right now in our current products, like last year's product in the cup, that could range for like $1,000 or more, and that's like current players. That's Connor McDavid.
Are you able to grab a card that you make? Are you allowed to?
No.
Can you
No,
pick one out and say like I made this fucking card?
No. Specifically, no.
Okay.
But I can tell you like percentages of like, okay, if it's between X, Y time, it's like 50% chance that I had something to do with that card.
Is there a way that we could get a deck that's 50% or better that you made that we could have to give to our fans in one of our sports short games that we do twice a week now on Instagram.
Oh, that's
and Facebook.
Brilliant. Make cards, Tailgate Legends, like baseball
I just
cards?
want a pack of cards that you may or may not have made. We'll send the next winner of whatever contest we do, because we're doing them twice a week now on Instagram and Facebook on Tailgate Legends Sports Shorts. And we'll throw you a deck of cards that he may or may not have made.
Maybe
50%
that's-
chance.
Yes, like I will do the best I can. There,
Okay.
If it's between the years of 2018 through now, there's about a 50% chance I had something to do with that card.
Very cool.
I
Very
just
cool.
I just got an idea live on air here.
Okay.
We were thinking about doing business cards when we go to these
we
tailgates.
do a baseball card.
Do a baseball
Like
card
the
on
ones
the
in
back.
The
It's-
Little League? Remember when you were in Little League?
And on the back,
Oh
instead of
my
like height
God.
and weight and favorite player, it's like Instagram handle and Facebook.
Get that
Dude, we're doing
autographed
it.
Jimmy
We'll do it.
card.
I already know people that make it too.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Listen, I would be wrong if I didn't mention this, and this can be clipped, Jimmy, by the way, later. But one of my second favorite podcaster after Joe Rogan is a Kirk Minahan. And this is my hello to you, Kirk Minahan, because Kirk used to make baseball cards and write on the back, like the little blurbs for baseball and hockey cards, too. Kirk is a runner, and he's also psychotic and crazy and suicidal. But I love him, and he is podcast Jesus. Now, Kirk Minahan is a runner, because,
Does he have holes in his hands?
No.
What, no stigmata?
You used that Jesus joke before. You can only use it one time. But he is podcast Jesus, and I just got to say, he's a runner, and we all know anyone who's a runner
How do you run when you have holes in your feet?
Well, you could throw me into that pile.
What are you running from then? Either way, he had to shit during his run. So he dropped trout and just straight leaky diarrhea in the woods.
Oh, my God.
But then he realized he doesn't have any toilet paper, of course, so he used a sock.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
Did he
Is
put
that what
back
you-
on the sock?
I used a pillowcase one time. It was always in the
Really?
back of my station wagon. I had a pillow and a pillowcase in the back of my station wagon. 'Cause I used to shag girls in high school in the back of my station wagon. No, I didn't.
I was going to say, you did not.
No, I didn't. But I did have a pillow and a pillowcase back there because I stayed the night at a dude's house. It was a friend of mine.
I don't know why.
But
this
anyway,
sounds-
I had to take a
this sounds like
shit.
it's
I took
actually
a shit
true.
and I wiped my ass with a pillowcase. But that's not the worst time I've ever wiped my ass. The last time I took a shit on your mom's chest, I had to use.
Oh, given that Cleveland steamer.
Wow. Lori is going to kill you. That Eric Tansey, I swear to God, Joe. Why is he always got to bring up your mother? And that's exactly what she sounds like. She's going to be pissed like, that's not what I sound like.
I
My
know
mom
why,
is like,
because it's too
Eric,
easy.
do you think that makes Jesus very happy when you talk like that? I mean, going poo-poos on another girl's chest? Ew.
But we don't
that
kink
does
shame.
not make Jesus happy.
There's no such thing as kink shaming on this podcast.
No.
I don't know. He
Did Jesus poop?
He met a whore at a well. Not sure he shamed her.
But
No,
did
I don't think he
Jesus
didn't
kink
shame. He
shame?
doesn't shame. He's not a shamer. Totally not a shamer. He's totally not a shamer.
The Romans probably did with him. I mean,
He's
they
already
did nail
forgiven.
him
Yeah,
up.
he did. He got the ultimate
I mean,
shaming, though. He did
Kim
get
Jong
shamed.
Un doesn't poop.
That was a bad one. Yeah, he's running. Just get the way the fuck away
He
from
had a
here. 'cause
spear
that
finish.
lightning, that lightning is going to be heavy and hard.
Well, speaking of Jesus, the guy who played, his name has slipped my mind right, but the guy who played Jesus in The Passion of the Christ, he was at a QAnon rally.
Oh, jeez.
And do you know what he did? He got up there, like, in character, kind of, and he reenacted Mel Gibson's Braveheart speech. The freedom speech at the end, and all the QAnon people from their mom's basements are like, yeah! The neckbeard fucking loses, like, yeah, QAnon!
Please tell me he had the makeup on, like the blue makeup.
No, that would be over the top. And he was like getting like stretched. Freedom! Freedom! Braveheart is Tom Brady's favorite movie, by the way. What's the best hockey movie?
Oh man, in my personal opinion, it's Miracle.
Yeah, it's got to be.
In
Man.
my personal opinion, but there's a lot of good hockey movies.
Not a
like,
Mighty Ducks fan?
No, I would put up there. I would put that on the Mount Rushmore. Like the original Mighty Ducks is definitely on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, D2 is pretty good too. I think the second one might be better.
Nah, well,
Slapshot's good.
Slapshot has to be up there. It's a classic. And then there's actually there's another one. I think it's called Youngblood. It stars Patrick Swayze.
Oh, rest in peace. Right, he's dead?
Yeah,
I think he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. He's Dirty Dancing in heaven.
Wow. Nobody puts baby in the corner. And nobody shits on my mom's chest, Eric Tansey.
I don't know. I think the Cleveland
Allegedly.
Steamer might work, especially if we're talking about the name for the Cleveland Indians. Oh wait, we can't call them that anymore.
I'll call them the fucking Indians. Also, since we're talking about Cleveland Steamers, How can I not mention Odell Beckham Jr., who still sucks, whether he's getting pooped on or not? This guy sucks. Nowhere to be found.
You know what sucks? Like the whole situation around the Indians' name, they were changing it to the Guardians, and now they're getting sued over it.
Classic.
No.
Women in sports always fucking shit up.
And it literally is. It literally is because it's a roller derby team in Cleveland called the
That's
Cleveland
why women
Guardians.
should play sports.
And they're suing the Cleveland Guardians baseball team, saying, "Hey, you stole our name." So let's say that the roller derby team wins.
Okay.
What do you change the name to again? What is the next best thing?
Why don't they just call them the Cleveland Native Americans?
Ooh.
Problem solved.
Cleveland natives.
I mean, here's the problem though. You're never going to appease was the word I was going to say. Thank you, Jimmy. But you're never going to appease the mob, and the woke mob will never stop. You're never going to be woke enough. Ain't that right, Lori Lightfoot?
When you try to appease the mob, you end up what happened to Rome.
Yeah, and Rome wasn't built in a
Gladiator.
day.
Watch Gladiator to see what happens when you appease the mob.
Gladiator or Braveheart?
Braveheart.
Russell Crowe.
But the ultimate pump up movie is the one with the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Johnny Depp.
No.
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
Oh.
The one about the Crusades.
Kingdom of Heaven.
The Kingdom of Great movie. It's
Lord
one of
of
my
the
favorites.
It is a weird movie. Like, I will admit, it has some
Really?
weird
Kingdom of Heaven?
editing.
Dude, when that fucking Viking
movie,
takes it right in the neck,
weird
keeps
editing.
fighting with those fucking hatchets.
No, if you want to see a
my war
historical
boner was so erect. I was like Marky Mark passing out.
Oh no, he lost his hair.
Oh, I remembered my Boogie Nights thing. My favorite Marky Mark thing, his quote, was, if he was on that plane during 9/11, towers would still be up. What a piece of shit. Like, shut the fuck up, Marky Mark. Yeah, you're all jacked. You're also 4 foot nothing.
Well-
and you're an actor. You wouldn't do shit.
Well, if we're being historically accurate, you guys realize that Seth McFarlane was actually supposed to be on one of those planes?
Oh.
So here's the thing. If he was on that plane, and we would not have Family Guy, we would not have any of the Ted movies.
Yeah,
so
but-
Marky Mark would have no job.
No, he'd find plenty of work, I'm sure. But we also, maybe there would be some good if he made it on that plane, because then we wouldn't have A Million Ways to Die in the West. But that's a different story. I like Seth MacFarlane. I think
American Dad.
Family Guy or South Park?
South Park, all day. South Park.
Yep, South Park. Obviously, I had to pick South Park because that little incident in Nashville. Still embarrassed about that.
Family Guy.
Still embarrassed about that.
When I was in college,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And 4 of my friends, we actually dressed up as the South Park gang. And one of my friends, his name was Jam. He was a larger African American person. We dressed him up as Chef. And
Seems problematic.
All day, literally, we paid him $20 to do this. We paid him $20 and said that if
$20 is $20.
we paid him $20 and said that anytime you see any of us all day, you have to say, "Hello there, children."
Well,
I love it.
honestly, though,
was perfect. We went to a costume party that night, and it was so weird because every time we tried to stick together as a group, the 4 of us, and we would just try to find where he is, just so he would say
didn't they kill Chef
Are you sure
off?
you weren't? Are you sure you didn't play defense?
No,
I'm just kidding.
2 of the people in the group were defensive players. It was their idea.
Listen,
And
we
yes,
got
they
a
did.
lot
Yeah,
of sports
they
to
did
get to.
kill off Chef.
Okay.
Because they did an episode about Scientology, and Isaac Hayes, the voice of Chef, is a Scientologist.
Oh, my favorite episode of South Park though is when they're trying to do barter for stem cells.
Yeah.
They're making a fetal mistake.
My favorite's when they get Tom Brady's poop. You ever see that one?
That was one of the weirder episodes from the more recent seasons.
Oh no, the
Spice.
300 one. That was the best. LeBeau's.
The Tom Cruise, R. Kelly.
They made Team America
Kanye,
too.
all
those
the
songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's
made a
great. Or
complete
the
movie
Kanye
out of
West.
freaking marionettes, and they had them have sex on TV.
And I think they poop on. I think at the end she poops on his chest or something, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, she does.
Matt Damon.
There's a bar in Virginia Beach that has had that movie playing on the wall since they opened.
We are
Jeez.
proud
Came out,
members
that's all
of
it
the
does. They open
Film
up,
Actors
Team America
Guild.
just plays on the
What is
background
the
wall on a
acronym? You can
projector,
figure it out.
nonstop.
Don't say it, Tansy.
Well, listen, we've got a lot of football to get to today. We're going to go walk downtown. It's the Harvest Festival. 'Tis the season. There's college sports. There's hockey sports.
Oh, it's a bit too
Basketball's
early
back.
to say that. It's still Halloween.
Yeah, but you know what?
Halloween's tomorrow.
You know what it's
Get
time
out there,
for.
dress a little slutty, get a little kinky.
But
Go
you
to
know what
the
it's time
Hurricanes game.
for?
What?
It's time for the Drinking Bro of the Week.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
We've
me?
done that in a hot minute.
You get to pick the Drinking Bro of the Week. The Drinking Bro of the Week is someone who's inspired you. So who inspired you to get into
Got
hockey?
to be living, so don't say Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, he is alive.
Now,
in my heart.
A lot of
in my heart, he's alive.
Shut up,
in my
Tansy.
heart.
A
Shut
lot
up,
of
Tansy.
people will say this. Unfortunately, he's no longer with the Hurricanes. I'm going to say two people because they both were really important to me
This
growing
wasn't
up.
Drinking Bros of the Week.
So, first up, his name is Chuck Caton. He was the original radio play-by-play announcer for the Carolina Hurricanes. I grew up listening to this guy on the radio every single game. He is the reason that I really wanted to get into radio, that I really wanted to get into sports broadcasting. I would literally just listen to him, have no TV on, nothing. And this was while I was like 8, 9, 10 years old.
That's old school.
No freaking kid does that.
No, you're kind of weird for that, but
I
that's
was
okay.
watching Schindler's List
And
at 10 years
then
old.
on the TV side, unfortunately, he's no longer with the Hurricanes either, but he's now with the Seattle Kraken.
Kraken. Crack. By the whip. No, that's not the Kraken. Sorry.
Nah.
Squid
if
or
you
something.
if you see their arena, it's the old basketball arena. It looks great.
Oh, where the Supersonics used to play.
His name is John Forsland. He was the longtime announcer
Did you
for
say
the
John Foreskin?
Forsland.
Foreskin.
Come on. He was the longtime Hurricanes and Hartford Whalers TV broadcaster. I really got to know him. He lived in Apex. He was a great friend. He really got me he was one of the reasons I actually went and became a broadcasting major. Chex Mix flying everywhere.
This is what Tansy's penis looks like. So if you're able to watch on YouTube, I have seen it, so I can confirm. This is legitimately Eric Tansy's penis.
No, mine's like a grape smashed between two apples. Like if you could put two apples and like drop a little grape, that's.
Are you sure it's a grape? It might be a raisin.
All right, so we
was
got a dual.
Yeah, so I'm going to say Chuck Caton and John Forsland. They're the two guys who maybe
Look,
want
we
to
give
become
you
a
a fucking inch
broadcaster.
and you take a mile. It was the Drinking Bro of the Week, not the Drinking Bros of the Week. This isn't the seven. You're not choosing the seven disciples.
bros before hoes.
Over here, it's just one dude to fucking conquer them all. One dude to master all of the other
All
Drinking
right,
Bros
well,
for the week.
let's see. Invisible coin flip. Foop. Fell down. John Forsland. There you go.
All right, you said it. There it is. This has been another Drinking Bro Sports Tailgate Legends episode. I'm ready to go rage. It's fall. It's Saturday. Lots of sports.
I'm ready to go to the moon. Or Mars, whatever comes first.
Okay, David Bowie.
Until next time.
What? Who are you?
From the Tailgate Legends, Boston Joe and Eric Tansy.
Cheers, motherfuckers.